When something happens to mom and dad, an injury, an illness, or even death, you're very likely going to be the one who has to take care of them and their money. So to make sure that you're not blindsided, family, financial, and legal expert Alexis Martin Neely is here to go over the how and what to talk about with mom and dad. Welcome, Alexis.
Thank you so much.
This can be kind of tough to talk to them about, right?
It can be, and it can be awkward. So that's really the first tip that I have is make this about mom and dad and not about you. This is not about how much you're receiving. This is about helping mom and dad know that they're going to stay in control, because that's what they're concerned about in their advanced stage, is losing control. So make the conversation about that. And then what I recommend that you do is suggest to them that you spend an afternoon together conducting a family wealth inventory. Make a date, have them spend the whole month in advance gathering all of their mail, their bank statements, brokerage statements, insurance information, and then sit down with them and create that family wealth inventory, listing out everything they own and all of their advisors, CPA, lawyer, financial advisor, and then all of their account passwords as well. That's really important.
You need to have all that contact information because you just never know,
do,
right? Estate planning also is important.
Yeah, that's the next thing. With estate planning, you want to make sure that they have estate planning in place. And so if they don't have any, you've got to get some in place. If they do have some, it needs to be updated and you need a checkup. So let me give you an internet resource on that, personalfamilylawyer.com. If you use the certificate code BETTERTV, you can get a free estate planning checkup for your parents.
Wow.
So that's BETTERTV. Just put it in there at personalfamilylawyer.com.
And it's free, right?
Absolutely
okay.
free.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. What about the life insurance? That's a big deal, too.
That is really important because so many times we see people who don't have their life insurance beneficiaries designated properly or retirement plan beneficiaries designated properly. That's really important. And do not have them name your children as the beneficiaries. Minor children can't be the beneficiary. That's going to pull all the assets into court. So make sure that's done properly.
A lot of people do not realize that either.
Right.
They think that they're doing something good by putting their children on there. Okay.
But they're not.
What about talking to mom and dad about their personal property? That can be a little, it's a little touchy, a little emotional.
That's right, because that's where the fighting happens. And so you want to make sure that mom and dad have gone through who gets what personal property, who's going to take everything, the jewelry, the furniture, the cars. That's really important.
Do all that ahead of time,
Do
right?
it ahead of time.
Don't have any fighting.
Yeah, and you can take photos and then write people's names on the back. You can create a personal property memorandum. An internet resource for that is FamilyWealthMatters.com. You can download a personal property memorandum. Just write out each item, who gets it, and then there won't be fighting between you and your siblings.
Oh, interesting. Now, very quickly, we do have to make one last point here about arrangements for long-term care insurance.
Yeah, that's really important. Who's going to take care of mom and dad if there's a broken leg, a broken hip? Health insurance does not cover that sort of care. You need to make sure you know who's going to be doing that.
A lot of stuff to think about, too, but it's better to think about it beforehand than afterwards,
That's right. It's going to be a lot easier for you if everything's taken care of ahead of time.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Alexis.